Welcome everyone to Jack Does Horror. This video is the Friday the 13th franchise ranked. And as usual here at Jack Does, we always go from worst to best, from last to first, from the worst, complete, utter garbage to, well, you get it. As always, if you could like, share, and subscribe if you already haven't, that would be much obliged, because here at Jack Does, we greatly appreciate it. And if you hit that notification bell as well, that way you know when we got another video ready for you to watch. That helps us as well, and it helps you, because then you get to be entertained. And we enjoy it, you enjoy it, everybody enjoys it, so what's so bad about that? With that being said, on to the list, because after all, that's why you clicked the pretty thumbnail. Alright, coming in at dead last, I'm gonna go with Jason Goes to Hell. Now, the 9th installment of the franchise, it's what you would expect with a Friday the 13th, because after all, in the Friday the 13th franchise, it's usually over the top, so I watched the movies expecting over the top. So the whole SWAT team beginning thing, I kinda dug. Unfortunately, the rest of the movie was pretty lame. Somebody took this script and decided, I'm gonna write it in 20 minutes and we'll see what happens. And having Jason in the movie should be good enough, right? Wrong, because Jason wasn't even in it for like 75% of the movie. And the whole heart-eating thing, that way it's more the soul of Jason taking over, like Jason all of a sudden turned into whatever the hell possessed Reagan, and people can go out and slash just like Jason did, and then as soon as they're gone, he can jump souls or whatever. All pretty lame, right? There was a lot of lame here in this movie. I'm not gonna shit on it too much, but if you want a movie for some laughs, maybe something to do a drinking game to your buddies, or with your buddies, well then, there you go. But outside of that, there's a reason it's ranked last, and that's because, well, it's the worst. But hey, give it a look and decide for yourself. I mean, who am I to judge other than the greatest horror expert in the world? Up next, Jason X. That rhymed. This movie's pretty cool, right? Because pretty cool kills, pretty cool mask, so pretty cool version of Jason, over the top story, so it's a perfect Friday the 13th flick. Look, my honest opinion on this is a lot of fun. This movie as a whole is very entertaining to watch. That being said, give it a look, but there's something even hokier than it sounds about having Jason in space. Jason belongs at camp, by camp, Crystal Lake, and that's it. So don't ship him to outer space.
Here we go. Oh, shit. Check it out. Damn, we're in New York.
Up next, the reboot of the franchise. I'm talking about the Friday the 13th remake. Look, if you give me a Winchester, I expect him to do Winchester shit. Not ride around on a motorcycle too small for him and acting like, well, not like Sam Winchester.
Don't you say that to me.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I dug how they actually put the first 3 movies in the franchise into one movie. I thought that was kind of cool. The one thing that really failed at was sparking interest that a reboot is supposed to do, instead of just adding another chapter to the franchise. Why they didn't do that, your guess is as good as mine. But it is an underrated remake, and I definitely have nothing to say against the characters, or Jason, or the story as a whole. It felt like a Friday the 13th. And after all, when I pop into Friday the 13th, that's the main thing, right? It has to feel like a Friday the 13th. And it did so. Just unfortunate that it really didn't get to have anybody's interest. And I remember seeing it in the theater, saying to myself when looking around, yeah, this movie's really bombing, and you have to be a guy like me who really appreciates everything that is Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th to actually like this movie. Look, as far as its place on the list, well, listen, this is Jack Does Horror. It's a tough list to be a part of. As far as up next goes on the list, I swear I am not trying to stir up any of you horror warriors to leave a comment.
Segway.
But if you agree or disagree with the list, leave a comment below. We like that shit. Like.
Segway.
That's right, if you already haven't, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because without your support, we really can't do this here at Jack Does. And if you like it, and you're not leaving likes, and you think the channel's just pure garbage, I would hate to be notified by that.
Segway.
Speaking of notified, if you could hit that bell, that way you could get notified by us when we upload a video. That way you can watch and enjoy it. I'd be much obliged, because that also helps support the channel.
Segway.
I don't have a segue anymore for anything, because I already asked you to like, share, and subscribe, and notify. So, like I was saying, on with the list. Possibly the most controversial on the list. I'm talking about the original. The first Friday the 13th. Look, personally, I feel this is one of the greatest twists on horror, but in movie cinema history. I mean, let's face it, it really was. Who would have saw that coming? Spoiler alert, that was the mom that was doing all the killing, and not some big giant psychopath that, well, we know the franchise for today. With that being said, for a Friday the 13th though, me personally, I need a lot more Jason Voorhees and a lot less of Kevin Bacon's impressive junk. But as far as a movie as a whole, look, just because it's made it only this far on the list doesn't make a great horror movie. Because if I say it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. When it comes to Jack Does Horror, these are tough lists, not some mediocre one. Next, we be talking Jason 8, Jason Goes to Manhattan. Look, this Friday the 13th movie gave me everything I would expect out of the franchise, but there was a lot of, there was lack of kill scenes. Well, other than the greatest punch in movie cinema history, move over, Balboa. Here's Voorhees.
Don't get me started.
Not that Voorhees, the other Voorhees. Just roll the damn clip.
Take your best shot. Motherfucker.
That's more like it. Not enough of that. I get it, and I actually think when appropriately done, vis-a-vis the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead, when you don't show a kill, and it leaves some to the imagination, it's actually a really cool technique. But this is Friday the 13th, and especially by the time Part 8 rolls around, we expect, we don't just want, we don't just need, we expect kills, 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 kills. Well, and also the ending of the movie was really super weird, and quite honestly, I don't really understand what they were doing, because for Over the Top World to have it where Jason shrinks out down to some slimy little like 6-year-old or something? What? Up next on the list, Friday the 13th Part 5, New Beginnings. This has to be the most underrated movie in the franchise. Well, maybe. Depends. No matter what, it's definitely one of the most underrated plot twists in horror movie history. The twist at the end was really freaking cool. And on top of all that, it's got some of the best characters in movie history as well.
Would you shut the fuck up? Don't you come near me, Sheriff. I'm warning you. I got a bomb on me. I swear to you. You make one move toward me, I'm gonna blow us all up. Start the engines, Junior. That's it. My final words.
The time jump of Tommy is a little weird, because he goes from like cute little kid to thin-haired, kind of ripped. I'm playing a teen, but you can totally tell I'm like at least in my 30s adult Tommy Jarvis.
Well, if that's the way you feel, forget it, Vic. Just forget it. But I think you're really out of line.
You know, I don't know, that just kind of threw me off. Look, I didn't say it ruined the movie, jeez. All I'm saying is, it's a little weird.
You gonna get it, bitch.
And honestly, I guess in the end of the day, one of the reasons it's not higher up the list, even though it's pretty high up on the list, with hindsight being 2020, yeah, there's still no Jason. Sorry, not sorry. Up next on the list, Friday 13th, Part 2. Now, why is this one so far up the list, you ask? Well, one, pretty funny that the sequel follows up with a character that's obviously a fake Kevin Bacon. Two, a dude in a wheelchair gets killed before he gets laid. That's pretty effed up. Jason's an effer for it because that's pretty effing bad. But that also makes it pretty effing cool when it comes to Jason kills, right? It's awesome. Also, pretty obvious the nicest ass there was in the franchise's history. And no, not that one. I'm talking this one. But all that fails in the comparison on why this movie ranks this high up the list. Matter of fact, it's so obvious, it hurts like a machete to the head while being in a wheelchair before getting sex. Yes, I'm talking about the fact that this is the first time we get to see Jason. I found it very, very interesting that they went way more than any other movie in this franchise with the mental health illness angle. I mean, it kind of screws up a lot. Moving on next, Friday 13th, Part 7. Do I really need another reason for where this movie is placed on the ranking other than Jason Voorhees battles a hottie with superpowers like Professor X? Look, the rest of the characters pretty much suck in the movie though. This super hottie lets like 90% of them die, and plus she feels bad about accidentally killing her abusive alcoholic father. That's kind of weird. She turns a horror movie into an action movie where the villain gets to kill pretty much everybody and the hero doesn't get to stop it until the end, where then she finally does something to whoop Jason's ass. And somehow, someway, with all that being said, she never stands up to this bitch.
Now, fuck you both!
But all in all, I'd recommend this film like every other Friday the 13th film because, after all, it's so damn entertaining just like the rest of them. Why wouldn't you want to watch an entertaining movie, right? Up next, Friday 13th Part 3. Look, the best part of me was watching this movie and looking at all the scenes that were supposed to be 3D without 3D glasses.
You know I work very hard around here trying
Hilarious. Let's face it, this really was the first time we really got that Friday the 13th feel that we've grown to know and love today. Campers, check. Sexy time, check. Cool kills? Oh, hell yeah! Also, this was the first time where Jason donned the hockey mask. Pretty friggin' epic, right? But there's some weird stuff here too, where we have a pregnant lady get killed, and I really, really hate Shelley.
Ah! God damn it, Shirley. Why do you always have to be such an asshole?
I beg your pardon. I'm not an asshole. I'm an actor.
Up next, Part 6. I really struggled on the thought of whether to make this number 1 or not. And as I do this video today, I still and will probably always juggle whether this is the first place or the runner-up. Kick-ass opener with Arnold Horshack, with the whole Frankenstein opening theme, pretty cool. And on top of that, Tommy Jarvis is the second biggest badass in this movie, only playing second fiddle to this guy.
Freeze it, psycho. Wherever the red dot goes, you bang.
Okay, Flash, into the cage.
Hey, get your hands off her, animal! You little turd! I ought to punch you silly.
And Tommy still has the balls to go after that guy's daughter. Well, let's see, apparently he's so sexy that she actually goes after him. This movie's over the top and is fully equipped with cool characters, cool kills, and more Jason than you can possibly ever handle. And if you still don't understand my dilemma, the whole soundtrack was done by Alice Cooper, leaving us with number 1 on the list, number 1 in the franchise. I'm talking about Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. And no, not just because of Crispin Glover's sweet dance moves.
Don't think you got it made, no. You're wrong. 'Cause you know. I know what you're waiting for. I should turn away and walk right out that door because I know.
Hey, how come you turned that off?
And no, not arguably because of the best version of Jason Voorhees ever. Not even because of Ted.
Broke up with BJ Betty.
I can't explain the X factor of it, but it really does feel like the perfect Friday the 13th movie. Yes, that's the list. So, agree or disagree with the list? As always, leave a comment below. Also, if you already haven't, hit like. If you're not already subscribe. And if you could hit that notification bell, that helps all support the channel. And here at Jack Does, we can use it and we appreciate it all. Also, share this video if you could, because the more people watching means the more we're getting the message out. Oh, and if you dig the digs, make sure that you hit that link in the description below, because that supports the channel as well. And well, who doesn't want to rock kick-ass horror gear? With that being said, I'm Jack, and this is Jack Does Horror. Not bad. Yeah, that sounds professional and everything.
Hey! Hey! Let me go with you. I gotta get out of here, too.